let's finish up this section with some more transformations, but you're not given the basic shapes that we saw earlier. You're given a shape mapped out, and you want to take the shape given to you that's graphed out and move it up, down, left or right, reflect or stretch, shrink, whatever you want to do. It's always a good idea to mark some points on this to help you. Let's mark this one as -6, 10. We know that one's 0, 0. And let's mark this one as 5, -5. We'll use those points to help us in our transformation. First one is f of x minus 5. Since the -5 is coming inside the function, what did we say earlier with our transformations? If it's inside, we move it left or right. Well, the -5 inside means we're actually moving it right 5 units. So I want to take this basic shape over here and shift it right 5 units. Basically, we're just going to take the ordered pairs and add 5 to each of the x values to give us our new ordered pairs shifted to the right 5 units. So -6, 10, if I shift it to the right 5, becomes -1, 10. 0, 0 becomes 5, 0, and 5, -5 becomes 10, -5. That gives us our reference points to graph the function, shift it over, right 5 units. So go ahead and mark some ordered pairs that'll help you in shifting your graph. Let's look at this one. This one is going to go down 2 units, and the negative is going to reflect the x-axis. So let's take this shape and reflect the x and shift it down. Two units. Now let's look at our original shape that we have up there, and let's think of the ordered pairs. If I flip this guy across the x-axis, if I do the reflection, let's just get the reflected version of that. So -6, 10 is going to become -6, -10. 0, 0 doesn't change. 5, -5 is going to become 5, +5. So the reflection across the x-axis will give us this shape. Straight line portion here and the curvy portion there. Well, that's the reflection across the x-axis. Now let's take it and shift it down 2 units. Let me mark what these points were. 5, 5, and -6, -10. Let's take the whole shape and go down 2 units, and let's graph that. So this one, the center point, the origin, comes down 2. The 5, 5 comes down 2 to give me 5, 3. And the -6, -10 goes down 2 units to give me -6, -12. You can read that. So we'll have the curvy shape and then the straight shape. These get awkward when you have more than one transformation involved. But that would be a reflection and then down 2. Finally, the last one. 1/5 in front. We know that that means it's going to be a vertical shrink. So we're going to kind of compress it. So we're going to take this basic shape that we have over here, the original, and we're going to compress it along the x-axis, actually along the y. Here's what actually happens. All we do is multiply the y coordinates by that number in front, by the 1/5. So multiply the y coordinates by 1/5. And let's see how the ordered pairs change. So -6, 10, if I multiply the y coordinate by 1/5, 10 times 1/5 is 2. It becomes -6, 2. 0, 0 doesn't change. But the ordered pair 5, -5, if I multiply the y coordinate By a 1/5, I get a -1, so it'll be 5, -1. So we'll draw the curvy part here and the straight part there. And so it's been compressed along the y-axis. My curvy part should be a little bit curvier. Just kind of hard to get that in such a small space. But hopefully you see the curvy part and then the straight part. But the ordered pairs, you just multiply the y coordinates by 1/5. So we ended up with 5, -1, and -6, 2. So you have the assignment here. The ones from the book are here, but do the ones in Course Compass. And then look at these problems from the book, the application and the critical thinking.